What's up? It's Tice, and in this video, I'm going to go over exactly how to become the #1 trusted buyer phone flipper in your area, and exactly how to beat all your competition. Like, if you actually do these things, and I'm going to say in this video, you're not going to have any competition because you're just going to stick out that much. And I know this because I've personally done this myself. I started phone flipping when there was already like 4 or 5 people running ads built up over a couple of years, way more reviews, and I was starting from complete scratch. 0 followers, 0 reviews, 0 information on even how to do this business. And within 6 months, I was making more money than every single one of them, had more followers, more reviews, more everything, more trust overall. So I know how to do this. And in this video, I'm just going to dive into exactly what to do, how to do it. So stick around, and this will help you be the #1 buyer in your local area. Number one thing is authority. So this is the first thing I want to dive into is you have to have some authority. You don't just want to be another guy on Marketplace. You're never going to attract high quality sellers who bring in phones consistently if you don't have some sort of brand, right? If you're not running ads, nobody knows what your face looks like. You're just a guy behind the screen on Marketplace. That is bad, right? You have no authority there. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows what you do. You're just a guy behind Marketplace, and that builds no authority. If you have no brand, you have no Instagram, no Facebook, no nothing. That's definitely the biggest thing is having some authority. If you have no authority, nobody's going to sell to you. And first of all, nobody will know your name if you don't have ads out there, business cards out there, business pages out there that you're posting on, stories, reels, everything like that. That's definitely one of the biggest things. Now, the next thing is positioning over pricing. This is what I learned very, very quickly because when I was first starting out, I reached out to my competition and I wanted to see their prices because I saw there was a ton of guys running ads in my area, and I wanted to see what is this dude's pricing? What is he buying phones at? And it scared me shitless when I slid up on his thing just on like a random burner account, and he was paying like $50 more than me, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, this is my competition. This dude's paying way more than me. Everybody's gonna go to him. Like, this is dumb. Like, why am I even doing this? And so at the end of the day, I was already making a little bit of money with this, and this is what I kind of felt like was my only way out. And what am I going to do? Be a bitch and bitch out of this business? Like, this was my only sort of option. I was working at a tire shop, so I had to go all in on this no matter what. So I decided, it's either I beat them or I don't. And we still make money either way. You guys have to realize that no matter what, if you just do the right thing, you're going to make money no matter what. No matter if you beat them, blow them out the water, or anything. Like, in places like super popular areas like LA or Miami, there's so many phone flippers and they all eat. They all make money. There's 50 plus phone flippers and 20 plus, 30 plus of them are running ads. They're all making money. So at the end of the day, if you just do the right thing and you're not just a guy behind Marketplace, you have a little bit of authority, you're going to be able to get phones no matter what. But that's a video for a different day. But yeah, I was like, all right, well, I'm kind of screwed. This guy pays way more than me. If anybody hits him up, I'm done, right? No, that's not how it is. That's how I thought it was, but that's not how it was. Because you could stick out in so many different ways. It's all about how you position. It's not about your pricing, it's your positioning, right? So you don't have to be the highest paying buyer in your area, which I thought I did, right? And a lot of that goes to what people say too, is, oh, I need an overseas buyer. Because realistically, the reason why their pricing is higher than yours is because most likely they have an overseas buyer. And I got to $20,000 profit in a month without an overseas buyer. I got more phones than my competition who had an overseas buyer, better prices. I made more money than him, got more phones than him, got more business than him without an overseas buyer. You don't need that. A lot of people blame their pricing and they're like, oh, this guy pays more than me. I need an overseas buyer. Or like, there's no point of even getting in this business because we don't have the same prices. He has better prices. Shut up. You're an idiot. Anyway, because I thought the same thing. When I was first starting out, I tried to make every single excuse. I was like, oh, I need an overseas buyer. And I was trying to search everywhere. I spent so much money on some bullshit courses trying to get an overseas buyer. And I did get a couple overseas buyers. And every single one of the overseas buyers I got had some bullshit terms. Like, stupid terms. And they have good pricing, but stupid terms. Like, I'm not even going to dive into it, but shit that you're like, bro, you're getting the greatest end of the deal. Like, what is this bullshit? Like, oh, I have to ship out 20 phones at a time and I have to wait a week to get paid. Like, bullshit. Another one of the overseas buyers that I bought a course, and another one of the overseas buyers, I had to ship phones to him and wait for him to sell them to get paid. Like that defeats the whole purpose of an overseas buyer. Anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent. But back to what I was saying. You don't have to be the highest paying buyer. It's positioning over pricing. Be the safe buyer, the reliable buyer, the fast option. People will happily sell to you for less if you're more trustworthy and you're quicker, right? If you're more trustworthy, you're more reliable, and you're quicker, that's all you need, right? And people will happily sell you their phone for less, right? Because first of all, if the dude who pays $50 more doesn't answer text as fast as you get the deal, right? If the dude doesn't have any posts on his Instagram business page or Facebook business page or any reviews, they're going to go with you because you are more trustworthy. Okay, they're offering $50 more. Okay, but they have 0 reviews, they have 0 posts, they don't look legit at all. Nobody's going to sell to that dude, right? No matter what his prices are. So a lot of competition are races to the bottom on price, right? That's what it is in the game most of the time. It's just a race to the bottom on price. That's what competition is most of the time. I try and race to the top on trust. It's not about how much you pay, because the more you try and offer, the more you try and beat your competition. Oh, he's making because this is how sometimes it goes. Like if a private buyer is offering a certain price where he's going to make $50 profit per phone selling it to his buyer, and let's say another dude sells it to the same buyer, oh, he's going to offer $40 profit, and then he's going to get more people. It's just a race to the bottom on pricing, where you want to flip that around. You want to race to the top on trust. You want to have the most trust. You want to have the biggest brand, right? It doesn't matter about pricing. Pricing doesn't matter. I have shitty ass pricing, and I still make a shit ton of money with this business. So you don't need good pricing. Next thing is speed is authority. This ties into that too. Speed is totally authority. If you're faster than your competition, you're totally going to crush them out the water. You're going to be that guy to go to sell their phone. If you are the quickest one to answer, you show up fast, you pay fast, you check the phone fast. The fastest buyer feels like the most legit buyer. Like when sellers know you'll meet them today and pay cash on the spot, 9 times out of 10, they won't even bother messaging the competition. When a supplier reaches out to me and he knows I'll pay him cash on the spot the same day, he's not even going to bother reaching out to his other buyers that he has that are going to wait, 2 or 3 days to buy that phone, right? So another thing is speed is authority. Speed is almost like everything in this business. I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to have, obviously, but speed is so important in this business. If you're not responding quick, if you're not paying cash ASAP, meeting up today, you'll lose out on a couple of deals if you have to wait a couple of days or whatever it is, right? Another thing that is very, very important is you have to be everywhere all the time. What I mean by this is a lot of people don't market themselves the right way. I see a lot of phone flippers just doing cold outreach. You're not marketing yourself at all. That's not marketing. There's no marketing in your business. If you call that a business, that's not a business. You're just doing cold outreach. There's no marketing there, right? Whereas a real business, you have to market yourself. So you want to be everywhere all the time. They're like, some people, like this Alex Hormozi book launch. I don't know if you guys, any of you guys know about that, but Alex Hormozi, he was, when his $100 million money models, that book launch, he was everywhere all the time. Every time I opened up my Instagram, everywhere. Every time I opened up my YouTube, he was everywhere. So he was everywhere all the time. Another example, I'm not sure. Maybe you guys have some influencers you see everywhere every time. A lot of our algorithms are a lot different, but there's probably somebody that you see everywhere all the time. No matter if you open up Instagram or if you open up TikTok or if you open up YouTube, you probably see one person all the time and you're like, bro, like, holy shit, dude. Like I see this dude everywhere. like nonstop. Like maybe the School of Hard Knocks dude. I see that dude everywhere. Anyway, you want to be that guy. You want to be everywhere all the time. You want to have constant ads running. You want your ads to be running consistently every single day. You want to have free ads on Marketplace. You want to have your free ads posted in a bunch of Facebook groups. You want to have your free ads on OfferUp. You want to have flyers. You want to be posting every single day on Instagram. You want to be posting on your Facebook. You want to be posting on your Instagram stories. Like, you are everywhere. At that point, you're not fighting competition. You're outlasting them in visibility because they're just seen on one thing, right? Let's say if your competition only runs ads, or let's say they only run paid ads and free ads on Marketplace. You're beating them in visibility by posting Instagram stories. You're posting Instagram reels every day. Your ads are up and running every single day. You're posting free ads every single day. You're everywhere. Right? At that point, you're literally everywhere all the time. That's how you want to be. Your flyers are up locally. Everything. Right? The guy sellers see, the guy, let's say I'm the person that sellers see every single day, I will always get the call before the guy they saw once last week. So if I'm showing up everywhere, if I show up on this dude's Instagram, if I show up on this dude's Facebook ads, and then he's scrolling through Instagram stories and my Facebook ad shows up again, because when you're running meta ads, your ads will show on Instagram stories, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Reels, everywhere. Your ads will be everywhere. If you do them the right way and you place them in the right spots, you will be everywhere. And the guy that sellers see everywhere, every single day, they will always get the call before the person they saw once last week on one Facebook ad on when he was scrolling on Marketplace, right? So if you're everywhere, you'll be the one getting the call first, beside rather than some one random dude they saw last week, right? You're going to be getting the call first. You're going to be the one who's getting the message first, right? And why being everywhere matters, because this is a big thing. This is a big, big thing. Why being everywhere matters. People rarely act the first time they see you. This is what I'll realize. People rarely act the first time they see your ad. Think about yourself, for example. How often do you buy from the first ad you see? Almost never. You almost never buy from the first ad you see, right? It takes multiple touches before you trust someone enough to actually reach out to them or to click that link or anything, right? You have to see them on your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok. You have to see them a couple times, and you have to see that same ad a couple times before you actually click the link or you reach out to them or you book a call with them. Whatever it is, you have to see them a couple times, right? Same thing with somebody who wants to sell their phone. They have to see you a couple times, right? Like same thing with Alex Hormozi's book launch. Just for example, I don't know if any of you guys know. If you don't know who Alex Hormozi is, look him up. But I probably had to see his ad like probably 10 times until I actually registered for the book launch. And I don't know. I don't know why. That's just how it is. And I just realized that, and that clicked in my brain, so I wanted to say that. Like, it takes a couple touches for you to actually click on that link and to sign up, right? It takes a couple times for you to actually do that. So a lot of people don't buy or don't act the first time that they see you. And so sellers are the same way. People that want to sell their phone, they're the same way. They might scroll past your ad today, but after seeing it 6, 7, 8, 9 times, they finally think, okay, this guy must be legit. I'll message him, right? Especially if you have a good ad, they'll think, okay, this guy's legit. If they just see your generic picture ad, they're probably not going to think, oh, this guy's legit, because they're just seeing a picture, right? That's a conversation for another day. But that repetition, it builds trust. The more someone sees your face, the more someone sees your name, your ad, your reels of you actually meeting up with customers, the more real you seem and the more established you seem, because they're seeing you everywhere. They're seeing you meet up with customers and this and that. It's actually a psychological principle called the mere exposure. I'm pretty sure it's the mere exposure effect, right? The more familiar something is, the more we trust it. I think that's the law. The more familiar something is, the more we trust it. The more I saw Alex Hormozi's ad, the more I trusted it, right? The more whatever, I don't know. But I always get a lot of people, for example, almost every single meetup I do, I meet up with the person and they almost always, it makes me feel so good. They almost always say, yo, I see your ads everywhere. Bro, I see your ad everywhere. And it's like, bro, yeah, I'm doing something right, obviously. And I'll get some of my boys text me when I was first starting to run ads. I got some of like my friends, my old friends text me. They're like, dude, I see your ad everywhere, bro. Like, get off my feed, bro. I see you every single day, multiple times a day. And it makes you feel good because like you're doing something right. Right? That's when you know you're marketing the shit out of your whole local market. You're marketing the right way. You're running the right ad, right? Because Facebook is going to push it out more if it's getting good traffic, good reach outs, everything, right? And so you crowd out competition that way. If your ads show up every single day, sellers forget your competitors even exist. And they won't even remember the shitty picture ad that they saw yesterday or an hour ago. They don't even remember that shitty picture ad because there's nothing there. It builds no trust. It builds no authority. It's just a picture that says we buy phones, cash for phones, right? Think about that. Think about that real quick. Like drop your ego that because I know you probably bought some course or you're running a picture ad and you're like, it's not doing that bad, but it's not super good, but it's not that bad to the point where we're going to stop it. And well, right. Just drop your ego for a minute. I was the same way. Don't be ignorant and just realize that the shitty picture ad that they saw, they're probably not even going to remember that over a video ad that actually builds trust and authority in your face and phones and cash and meetups and everything, right? Be realistic. Drop the ignorance. And by the way, if you want help with Facebook ads and everything that I'm talking about, you could click the first link in the description and I'll help you out with all this that I'm talking about. I'll help you out with phone flipping and help you build this authority and everything that I'm kind of going over in this video. But most phone flippers are super inconsistent, right? Like if you want to get to the 10K a month range or 20K a month range, bro, sorry, I just got a call. But if you want to get to the 10K a month range or 15K a month range, it's very simple, right? It's not easy. I'll tell you that. You'll be working, yes, but it's very simple. Most phone flippers aren't that serious about this business. Most phone flippers are super inconsistent. They start running their ads and then they pause their ads. They start running their ads and then they stop their ads. They post once every few days. If you're the one popping up constantly, your name becomes the default. You become the guy and you are going to be the one that's making that amount of money, right? Because, I mean, sometimes I meet up with phone flippers from like other people that are suppliers that are also in this business. And I'm like, bro, like, dude, like I should be crushing. I'm crushing this guy. Like this guy sucks. Like a lot of these people that you'll meet up with, you're like, bro, like this dude, like I've had conversations with buyers that I met up with that have good prices, like crazy prices. And I'm like, bro, if this dude just screwed on his head straight, he would crush me. If this guy knew half of what he was doing, he would crush me, right? But it's because I know what I'm doing. I'm marking myself the right way. That's why I get more business than him. And going back to like what I was saying, like if you just do good things, you're consistent, you're going to beat your competition no matter what. Because a lot of these people, they don't treat it as like a business like you are. They don't treat it as a serious business like you do. I meet up with so many phone flippers, like my buyers, some of my local cash buyers that pay dumb amount of prices for phone. I don't even know how they pay that much. I don't even know how they pay me that much. And they're like, yeah, I picked up a couple phones this week. I just kind of do this on the side. I still have a job and blah. Like these dudes go through life and they don't even treat their business like a business, bro. And I'm just thinking like, dude, if this dude just kind of knew half of what he was doing, this dude would blow everybody in my local area out the water. So you have to be that guy that has everything intact. And you'll be making that money. Just a little side tangent that went on. But yeah, that's the best compliment you could get is like, yo, I see your ad everywhere. Another thing is just having a lot of social proof. When you stack social proof, this is one of the biggest things ever because you yourself, you're not going to buy from someone or trying to sell your phone to someone that just has nothing anywhere, like no proof, no nothing, right? So if you have pictures with happy customers, videos of you giving the customer the cash and the customer giving you the phone, like there's videos like that everywhere, right? Like Instagram Reels or TikToks of you actually doing a meetup and buying a phone, or pictures of you with customers and stuff like that. A lot of people don't trust ads, but they trust proof. And proof will eat competition alive. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. It's a very small percentage of people that do this, that post their meetups. And once you post your meetups, people will be like, oh shit, this dude's legit. He's not just asking me to buy it's not just an ad that says, hey, I'll buy your phone. I'm actually watching him buy this dude's phone. Oh, this guy's actually legit. And that will get people to reach out to you too. It's another touch point. Back to what we were saying earlier. It's another touch point of where someone will go, oh, this guy's actually doing this. Oh shit, might as well. I might just reach out to him. This guy's legit. They click on your page. Oh my God, he's meeting with people every single day. Scroll. Oh my God, he met with my friend. Oh, scroll. All that bullshit, right? So a lot of people don't trust ads, but they do trust proof. And the more proof you have, the more reliable of a buyer that you kind of seem like, and the more trustworthy and the more authority you have. And overall, that's just a lot of social proof. So you want to keep stacking that. Right? So yeah, overall, you want to be looking a lot more legit than everybody else, right? Because here's the thing. Sellers, people who are looking to sell their phone, they don't pick the biggest buyer. They pick the one who looks the most legit. And if your ad and your profile looks sketchy, you'll lose deals no matter how much you offer. That's like what my competition was dealing with. They had they didn't have good ads. They just had shitty picture ads. That doesn't build trust, doesn't build authority. Their last post was like from 3 years ago. Okay, it doesn't even look like they're still in business. And they're going to lose deals because it doesn't matter how much they offer. They don't look trustworthy at all. But when you look professional, everything looks put together. You have clean ads. You have a simple business name. You have a couple reviews. Maybe you have a couple videos on your Instagram of you meeting up with customers. Sellers will instantly trust you. You stick out like a sore thumb when you have all those in place. You stick out so much. Right, and that trust is leverage. That trust is what's going to actually get you that phone at the end of the day, is that trust, right? It lets you win deals without racing to the bottom on price, because a lot of people, they just race to the bottom on price, and that's how they get phones. Whereas you're not. You're racing to the top on trust, like I was saying earlier, right? Because people would rather, and you yourself too, I'd rather take a little less money from someone that I feel safe with, right? Same thing for even like a woman, right? Same thing. Like they rather take less money from someone that they feel more safe with. And that's another thing, is like, if you have videos on your Instagram of you meeting up with a mom or a teenager and they're girls, right? It makes you more trustworthy, because girls are a lot more skeptical than dudes are. Dudes don't give a shit, but still some dudes do. But like I said, people would rather take less money from somebody that they actually feel safe with. So yeah, a lot of people just look like hustlers. They don't even look like they're actually doing this shit. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's exactly how you're going to stick out from your competition. That's how you're going to make a shit ton more money. And that's how you're going to become the biggest buyer, number one buyer in your area. And if you want any help with this, you want any help with phone flipping in general, I'll pop a link in the description, and you can book in a call with me one-on-one. And if I could actually help you out with phone flipping and help you start this or scale this, then I'll give you access to my training program and everything like that. But yeah, so if you want to book that one-on-one call, you could, and I'll help you out either start or scale your phone flipping business and put all these pillars in place with you, along with the main pillars of Facebook ads and wholesale buyers. But yeah, I hope this video provides some value to you guys. This is definitely something that I like. A lot of these videos I make, these long videos, just talking, just sitting here, just yapping it up. These videos I wish I had when I was first starting out, because they would be game changers. Like even just a couple little notes, dude, would like if I had this type of video to watch when I was making 1, 2, 3K a month of phone flipping, I would be like head over heels. Like I would do like, I would fly out to this dude's house and be like, bro, like let me learn for you. Because when I was first starting out, there was nothing. There was really nothing besides some bullshit dudes trying to sell you a course. Like all they're doing is like, whoa, buy my course. You know, I'll give you whatever it is, carrier unlock status. Pay me to get your phone carrier unlocked. Pay me to get your phone iCloud unlocked, and I don't know, a whole bunch of bullshit. But yeah, I wish I had someone like this when I was first starting out phone flipping. That's kind of the guy that I want to be. I want to be the guy that I wish I had when I was starting out, which I'm kind of becoming. So Yeah. See you boys later.